Hi there. All right, so it's our second live, and that's my camera starting. Okay, so welcome our Hyden home group where we talk about tips in real estate. And today's topic is all about tips to avoid buyer's remorse. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Amy Hyden, and I'm with Windermere Real Estate in the Mount Baker office of Seattle, which is just the south of the I-90 bridge kind of area. And I help buyers all over the Seattle area, as far north as Everett, as far south as Tacoma, and on the east side as well. And every Thursday at noon, we're going to have these little conversations where we talk about different tips for both buyers and sellers. But like I said, this week is all about buyers and tips to avoid buyer's remorse. And so it's a tough market out there, and for anyone in the Seattle area that you might know, it's we're as buyers, you're writing multiple offers and sometimes losing. So this is going to be kind of helping those buyers kind of remember what to think about when they're in that process so they don't have buyer's remorse. So if you have any questions during the live, feel free to use the comment section. And if I don't see it, I'll answer it afterwards. I'll go back through and type in my responses to any comments that I missed. So yeah, let's talk about it. Tips to avoid buyer's remorse. So there are actually 7 tips that I have, but I'm only going to share a few of them. And if you'd like to see the full 7, let me know in the comment section and I can shoot it over to you in an email. It's a really cool PDF that I have. So the first one, though, that I want to share is inadequate planning. And so what does that mean, right? It's basically, though, it's kind of understanding what your strategy is when you go in to write an offer, and thinking beyond just price, because there's a bunch of terms in the offer, and a lot of times those can make up the difference when a seller is looking at 2 offers. So know what your offer strengths and weaknesses are, and kind of think about that. Think fully through the whole offer, not just price. So that'll be a good way to have you just get more success with your offers. So tip number 2 is don't get emotional. And I see buyers making this mistake all the time, and it's not, I guess I shouldn't say it's a mistake. It's a normal reaction to get emotional when you're buying a house. But I think in the offer process, it's important to realize that you're going to be emotional, but just to try to set those emotions aside and not let them get in the way of your offer strategy or the whole process, because emotions aren't really going to gain you anything in your offer. It's just more than likely going to get in the way and not allow you to think clearly about what it is you're negotiating for. So just try to remember emotions. You're going to be emotional, but to just try to set them aside for this process. And then the third one I want to share is impatience. And that is just, it's really easy for buyers to get impatient during the offer process, because you want to know if your offer has been accepted. You don't understand why the sellers haven't responded yet. It's getting close to 9 p.m. and there's still no answer. So again, kind of with emotions, this is just important to remember that we don't really know always what's happening on the other side, but if we can just remember to keep your patience, it'll help you deal with the stress of an offer writing situation. And then the fourth one is fear. And that one is also a pretty big one for buyers right now, because they see all of these houses on the market and they see them going way over, and they just think, how can I possibly compete? There's no way. I can't win this house. So it's super nice. There's going to be a ton of offers. We can't do it. I'm not going to even try. And then, it comes to the offer review date and there's actually not that many offers, and you see the sold price a month later and you're like, wow, we could have written an offer that's in our price range. We could have won. So fear in this market can be crippling, and it can stop you from writing an offer on a house, a really great house that might actually be the one that you should win on and you could get. So so yeah, just remember those. So the 4 that I'm just going to share with you today, just a little quick share, not a bunch to say, but the 4 things, the 4 tips that you should think about to avoid buyer's remorse, again, are inadequate planning, getting emotional, impatience, and fear. And so again, just to kind of recap, these are all things that play on the emotions of buyers as they're in the offer process. But if you could try to remember just that, to keep those emotions on the side during the offer process, it'll help you think more logically, clearly about what you're trying to accomplish, which is ultimately getting a house. And it'll also just help you stay a little bit more sane and not as stressed if you could just keep those emotions on the side. So there's just a couple more that I include on that list, but for today I'm just going to share those 4. And so that's all I have for you. Again, I always like to keep it short and sweet, just some quick tips out there for buyers in this tough market. If you have any questions about buying in Seattle, what the process is, price points, neighborhoods, anything like that, or if you need help getting in contact with a lender, let me know. You can reach me on my website at amyhyden.com, or email at Amy Hyden, and that's AMYHYDEN @windermere.com. And I'd be happy to share more information about the process and how to get started. And again, if you have any friends who would like to, you think would enjoy this group, please share. The more the merrier. I'm always happy to have people come. And I'm just seeing if I can find any questions. All right, well, again, short and sweet. I'll let you get back to your day. I hope that it's beautiful out there wherever you are, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.